Well, folks, you are all certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Come On The Hoops. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please do like and subscribe. I know a lot of you will probably watch this tomorrow and say, you know what, some of the points he makes are on the ball and some of them are not. We're all fans. We all want success, and it's a results business. And if it's a case that you're nicking results and not playing the greatest football and you're in contention to win a title, fair enough. It's crazy to think when you're on top of the league, it feels like a crisis. It feels like you're actually in a relegation battle at this rate because the football you're playing all season is being rubbish. It's being rubbish. And this time a year ago, we had a really good manager. We went on to win a treble. And look at how far Celtic have fallen since Ange's left, since Brendan Rodgers took over. The recruitment, first of all, has not been up to standard in the two windows. Money in the bank. And the board are a massive blame to this. The board are to blame for taking Brendan Rodgers back. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to hide away from the videos of me making when Ange was on the verge of leaving that I wanted Rodgers back. And I'm meeting me words up. I know there's going to be some fans saying, Keith, I told you so. Never wanted him back in the building. I never wanted that rat back in the building. All this malarkey stuff. At the end of the day, it's from the top down to the bottom. The root cause of this problem is the recruitment. The manager's tactics is not up to standard, taking teams for granted. KILMARNOCK beating us in the League Cup at the start of the season, beating us in the league as well, and then taking points away. But we might as well be a defeat today. You've seen the signs were there against Ross County. We nicked a 1-0 win against Ross County, and it was a deflection shot. Drop points against Aberdeen. Our home form has been absolutely atrocious. Dropping points to St. Johnstone at the start of the season, Motherwell, losing the Hearts, and dropping points to Hibs as well. Like, this team are not good enough to win the title. And if there's any crazy Celtic fan out there and starts this malarkey, keep the faith. We've loads of football to play. Things can change. The evidence is there, folks. This team is not good enough. Callum McGregor looks like he's done in. Joe Hart, hot and cold. The last few games he's been good. Pulled off a few saves, but there's points in the game today where he could have caught the ball instead of punching it. Like, the goalkeeper situation needs to be addressed. I've said it so many times. Left back situation. Taylor played well. He had to come off. First game back in 3 weeks. Berta Bay, where was he for the goal? Where was he for the late goal? Absolutely shocking player. Shocking player. I know he's been given his heart in previous games, but come on. Against a team that are, you know, they have height, they have physicality, they're good, pressing. We didn't take our chances. So many chances over the bar. Matt O'Reilly looked like he was bored down. You know, Lewis Palmer, not good enough. I know I keep saying he's going to turn a corner, he's going to get better and better. He doesn't look like he's going to turn a corner. He thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo with 2 left feet. He's absolutely brutal. He's shocking. Jan came on, just couldn't get his chance. The recruitment are a massive blow to Celtic. We have defenders of 7 million quid valued to them, and they can't even get into the squad. Can't even get first team football. Injuries, loads of them. Brendan Rodgers' tactics and his training philosophy is killing the team. We've lost it. I think he's lost the dressing room, to be honest with you, and that's the God honest truth. And I know some people might say, calm down, Keith. We're losing this league. They win that game tomorrow against St. Johnstone. They go 2 points clear. And it's our own fault. We had 8 points clear and we literally bottled it. Bottled merchants. The board are penny pinchers. Peter Lawwell does not want to spend. Dermot Desmond is just happily going to golf courses in Barbados, taking pictures with DJ Kelly, but won't pump it into the team. And I know he's the majority shareholder and there's other shareholders there, but let's be honest. Losing this league is not just losing a trophy. It's losing Champions League money of 60 million. And the fans are not happy. They're just, it's boring to watch. It's just the worst football I've seen. This is, and this is the God honest truth. There's no excuse for this. 2020 was bad, but this is worse than 2020. We have fans in the stadium. The fans are trying to get by them, and they're just not turning up. We have a striker that was on form for 2 seasons, and he's just very hot and cold. Yeah, he scored today, but just desperate. It's desperate to watch. It's deplorable. It literally is. It's shocking to watch. And Brendan Rodgers is accountable. He's accountable for these tactics being so backdated, taking things for granted, laughing in press conferences saying it's not a crisis. We're top of the league at this moment of time. We don't deserve to be there. We do not deserve to be there with the results we've dropped. The football we've played has been atrocious. 1 or 2 decent games all season, besides the derby games. So if any fan comes on and says, oh, we're still going to win this league, I have faith in Rodgers, just take a step back and watch back to the games where we dropped the points. We beat Hibs away. We beat St. Mirren away recently, but it wasn't the greatest football. Determination, the consistency is not there. We're very hot and cold. Bipolar football, folks. That's the best way to elaborate it. And the fans need to come together now and make a stand to get something sorted with this board, because I'd urge fans to start protesting. I'd urge fans to get a voice across, because they're not listening. Bills are full time. There's bills are full time against Ross County, and they're just sitting back and letting the money roll in, merchandise money roll in, season tickets rolled in, and what are we getting back in return? Shy football, terrible football, players that come from the K League too, and they're meant to be the next big thing for Celtic. The lack of experience there, the lack of spending, the lack of being ambitious to go to another step. We went on to do a treble, and we were falling and falling. And you know what? If they win the league, it's their own fault. It's their own fault. We shot ourselves in the foot. And I don't think any fan should say to around, keep the faith, because I don't know what I'd do now. I would get rid of Rodgers, as much as I hate saying that, as much as I back them to come in and change it around and believe in him, because he's done it before. But he's well past his sell day, well past it. His football is dire. His formations is dire. He's changed it around and it's not clicking. So it's either he's lost the dressing room, or it's just team suss him out and they know how to break Celtic down. As I said it so many times on the channel, half time, even if we're winning 1-0 or 0-0, there's always that anxiety kicking in that Celtic are going to throw this game away by dropping points, home and away. And it's been proven so many times this season. So he's coming out and saying post-match reactions, we'll analyse it. What's to analyse? You've made so many mistakes this season and it hasn't been fixed. You should have analysed that from the KILMARNOCK game back in November. Should have analysed them, but he didn't. They didn't, because they're taking things for granted. It's Brendan Rodgers' ego that you can walk in, he thinks himself as a top manager and you can just steamroll this league. And he keeps saying he doesn't think that. He clearly does. It's his stubbornness in press conferences. It's just like, you might as well just walk, just sack him. And I don't know who to get in. Would you get a Newton in? I think it's madness that I'm sitting here in February saying sack a manager, because we're still top of the league at this moment, but the football, the indications is there that we're declining and it's going to get worse if he stays in charge. Just being honest, folks. So I'll leave it there. Do subscribe to the channel if you want. If you want to unsubscribe, go ahead. I don't really care. I know we'll probably win you back one day. So speak to you all soon. Take care.